All right, welcome back to the stream. We have some amazing game. We just watched an absolutely amazing nail biter game. Lastly, that was an insane ending to that. But now we have Stingrays versus Turtle, some Apex action, and I am joined in the booth with Alpaca.
Hello.
And
What?
oh, I coughed. My bad.
Oh, you're good. But this series is gonna be a good one. I feel it. I'm gonna take a couple per. Let's say predictions for this game. I'm calling Stingrays in 5. I think it's gonna come down to a game 5 nail biter. I think Stingrays are gonna come up on top for this
Well,
one.
how about I match you, or not match you? How about I just go against you for the fun of it, and I'll say Turtles in 5 for this one. But
Ooh.
overall, it's gonna be a insane matchup, and once we get these players all settled and ready to go, we will be getting into the action. I have some yapping going on.
I have no idea what is happening up in the chat right now. This is this is something truly spectacular. Well, I guess we are waiting for one more to get done from another game.
Yeah, I guess they have some matters to attend to, it seems. But it's gonna be worth it in whenever we get this series underway. But this is unfortunately a little bit late, just a tad bit.
Yeah. And I'm thinking Stingrays are gonna want this FF, but what seems to B-Man wants, but we're not gonna let him have an FF today. We've already seen too many, and
Yeah.
we don't want more.
Yeah, I guarantee both of these teams would rather just have a have a forfeit because of how close this matchup is going to be, but we're gonna hopefully get this underway. And we're gonna have a fantastic matchup. We're gonna have a great time, and everyone's gonna get all excited, and we're gonna watch Rocket League happen.
Yeah. Also, while we wait, how is chat feeling about this? How's what are we thinking about predictions for the series, chat?
Yeah, what does the Nature League community think?
That's a little quiet.
Yeah, crickets going on.
Yeah. 3-1, but close matches. I would agree that it's gonna be a close matches with this one.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them are gonna be blowout wins at all, but I definitely think it's gonna be in the realm of 1 to 2 goals apart from each other, but definitely not like a blowout series.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it can be like sweep series, but every game could be overtime, you know?
Right.
So you never know, and especially with, being a commentator, it's insane to see. I'm still trying to get over just being a viewer to that last matchup, which is amazing for a beta matchup, but we're going to be watching the best of the best.
Nebula, you got a fan in the chat.
Oh
Someone said
no.
that they think that you could 1v6 full sweep, not even close.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree so much. I think these teams are both terrible. I'm kidding.
Throwing some shade at them, but Gotta have some shade thrown at some teams that
I mean, all I'm saying
certain.
is if you can't show up to the match, then how are you supposed to put the ball in the net? So.
Exactly. Oh, and speak of the devil, there he is. He has joined.
he heard me get involved with joining, and he was like, "Nah."
So short in a couple minutes, we'll get going to the action, and here starts game number 1 for
Yeah, we're
Stingrays
here.
versus Turtles. Starting
Yeah.
out with some hopefully see what happens as we get into the game as Sunlight gets a great 50. B-Man's on the ball, goes up on to sidewall, passes down mid as Sunline gets or
Oh.
Tiago gets a great 50 and it's just in.
Yeah, wow. It was a great center by B-Man overall, off the corner, getting really good control of that with the little boost he did, and Tiago to finish off with that 50. It gets an early start, or it gets it started for Stingrays really early on, and that's the kind of stuff that we're gonna see at this level. It's really good control, and so far we're seeing that, especially from the Stingrays. We haven't seen Turtles break out of their half very much so far. But it's still in the corner of Turtles, and that's a centered ball. But Russ going to be the one to clear that out. He has a little boost and gets demoed for it. Smith challenging on that one, and it's going to fly out middle for Sunline to take control of it. But Prisma says no, and it's going to be a battle of midfield.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what Turtles are gonna do to get their goal back if they're gonna get some good 50s, but it looks like Sunline just 50s it into their net and it's just wide open. A little miscommunication on Turtles' part, and it just works out for the Stingrays, and they're up 2-0 in the game number 1.
Yeah, it's only been 45 seconds, and the 50 is just not working out for Turtles so far. They're going to have to get some pressure going, and Smith's going to try to get that started in the corner, grabbing that back boost. And B-Man with a great touch clears it to the sidewall. Prisma there to meet it and fakes the touch, and it gets demoed for it still, so it's going to be in control. Smith says no. He's going to go for the little light air dribble touch, but didn't have the boost for it. And Sunline pre-jumping Prisma's shot, and it gets cleared all the way downfield. Prisma trying to take control of it, but the pressure continues to ramp up from Stingrays. And Tiago trying to get a quick shot or up the ceiling to pass to a teammate potentially. Smith gonna say no to that one. Back to midfield we go in this matchup, and Prisma has an opportunity with high boost, just opts for a shot, and B-Man gets the easy save on that one.
B-Man's gonna take this out, but Smith's gonna deny him in midfield as Tiago goes up on wall, gets another touch, trying to pass it down to Sunline, but the little double commit comes out as Prisma gets on the wall, tries to get a second touch off that wall and fails to get one, but Russ is back there, hoping to get something started, but ends up getting a good chain dash on the wall as Smith clears it and Tiago just gets to the backboard. Sunline takes that out into mid as Russ takes control, backflips, but gets it over Sunline. Shot going mid, and that net is just open for Smith to get a shot, but B-Man says no and denies him on the goal line. Smith's trying to get something started, but it looks like it's another clear from the Stingrays as Sunline takes a shot that's blocked by Prisma, takes it up the wall, off the ceiling, tries to get a good 50. Drawing towards their net as Russ just takes it up wall, gets boost, and starts over from their side. Good little 50 from Sunline. It's going mid, and that's wide open and doesn't go quite in. Nobody mid at all. One's up, and Prisma gets one right over him as Sunline gets a nice little clear over Smith's head, but Russ just takes good control.
Oh my god, what a shot from B-Man. It finds its way through top corner with the assist from the Turtles on that defensive play, but B-Man waiting for that pass, gets a beautiful shot, shoots it at Prisma's card, but right on the hood to where he couldn't do anything but put that in the top corner. Great play from Stingrays, giving them the 3-goal lead with just under 2 minutes left. And Turtles need to switch something around, and they're looking to start it here, getting one middle for Prisma to take a shot, but it's slow rolling, and the easy save for B-Man with Sunline with the clear, and the counter attack is on, but it's off the bar from Tiago. but the pressure is going to continue. Sunline maybe looking to get this one over to a teammate, but not quite. B-Man keeping it in. Smith needs to take slow control of this, but gets dunked by Tiago. And Prisma opting to take it to his own sidewall, but Sunline meets him there. A little bit of a defensive breakdown from Turtles, but they don't get punished for it. And Rush trying to start this offensive drive for Turtles, but they can't find the back of the net. The defensive wall of Stingrays is just coming out to play here, and they're not letting up a goal.
It's good defense by Stingrays. And great pressure by him as B-Man goes up, tries to get an air dribble, and he gets blocked by the Turtles' defense. And Turtles are trying to generate something as he puts it mid, but it gets denied. B-Man takes it, gets a 50, bounces back for Sunline, who pops it in. B-Man gets a touch up as Sunline tries to get up and tries to get that back into mid. As Prisma tries to clear that, but Tiago says no about that, puts it back into their half, and keeps up the pressure. As B-Man's demoed, goes off the post, and that's just a shot. Tiago gets on the goal line and saves it. I'm really shocked that ball did not cross that goal line. I for sure thought that one was going in, and hopefully Turtles could have gotten on the board, but it looks like as we have 10 seconds up that Stingrays are taking this game in a... And I was about to say Stingrays were going to take it in a shutout, but it looks like Turtles get one on the board from a great pass from Smith, and Russ is just up and redirects it into the side of the net.
Yeah, wow, what a goal to end off this game, and that's more important than it looks to get anything on the board here. I mean, it's much better to lose, but knowing you got it into the back of the net at least once than losing a shutout. And that momentum will hopefully propel Turtles forward as we move on to game 2. But Stingrays, just the better team of that game, just had infinite pressure compared to Turtles overall. And one goal for each player on Stingrays and one assist for each player, really showing the team dynamic. And we'll see if things can change in game number 2. What are you thinking?
I think Turtles need to up their pressure on offense, is especially get their defense to just lock down. It just looks like on defense they're panicking just a little bit, but it's doing enough damage to the point where they had 3 goals go in. So if they can just calm down, trust each other, don't double commit, they could easily come back in and win the second game. It all lies here because Stingrays have the momentum to go into game number 2, but Turtles need to do something to turn around and get that game 2 so that they can have momentum to go into game 3.
Yeah, but in these best of 5 scenarios, it's important to take every opportunity you can get, and that's not what Turtles is doing right now. And they need to lock that down. That needs to be their number one priority, is to just lock down, focus up, and even with any kind of disability that they might have, then it's still extremely important to make sure you're still locked in, keeping a good mentality. And hopefully that's what Turtles will be doing in game number 2.
I am excited to see what happens in game 2, but as we wait, it looks like we're having a technical difficulty on Stingrays. So while we wait, we will we will go to chat and we will see what is chat thinking about? What is what is chat what does chat think about the first game and how it went?
Yeah, does chat think Turtles can actually make the comeback? They have a lot of momentum against them, but that one goal might have been just what they needed. And what are we thinking here, chat? We got Stingrays. Most people seem to believe in the Stingrays to finish this one out.
The GM of Turtles is saying he has faith in their Apex team. I have faith in their Apex team to get game 2.
Chap saying B-Man is mid. crazy take.
Frog misses P-Man. That is also a good hard take.
That is that is a take.
Razor starting off better than Turtles might lead to Turtles' downfall. Um, yeah, if Stingrays just kind of keep on nailing the coffin, the Turtles' coffin, just keep on nailing it, it's gonna be a sweep, but Turtles just need to pull something out.
Yeah, for sure. This is gonna test a lot in Turtles. I mean, we're in the opening of season 1. You gotta come to play. You gotta show that you're a contender, and this is really gonna test Turtles' ability to come back from a deficit, especially in these best of 5 scenarios, because you don't have a lot of opportunities. But we'll see what they can do, as we're still waiting for these technical issues to be resolved. We'll get into the game momentarily.
And B-Man is back.
The return.
The return of B-Man. It looks like we will be starting in a couple seconds here as we are hoping Turtles gets a... Oh, never mind.
We're
The game is
joining, and
not...
someone said, "Don't join yet."
Hopefully, we're taking a little bit more of a technical difficulty here. Okay,
Ah,
and now it looks like we are ready to play. As
finally.
as we hope Turtles can get game 2 and take home their game 2 victory. As they start off with a strong kickoff win, but B-Man puts it right back into their side, which is not what the Turtles need right now. They need a go-ahead goal right now. It is Russ is up with it, misses a touch. But Prisma is there to keep it in. Smith is there taking control, passes it over to Russ, but Russ is just right out of reach. Goes off ceiling and almost gets a 50, but doesn't have enough boost to get it and clear it. Prisma's on the ball, tries to get a reset, doesn't. He's out of boost, and he's going back. And Tiago's up trying to put that pressure in. Gets a double off the ceiling. B-Man's up. Great block by Prisma. Sunline's back. He's going to put that up for B-Man. B-Man's going to drop it down to Sunline. And Sunline just misses it to the right as that goes back mid for Tiago. And almost a double from Turtles, which leads to a goal for the B-Man with a shot bar down.
Yeah, wow, Russ just trying desperately to get any kind of clear that he could, and it ended up being a great pass to Tiago, who just sent it off the back wall for B-Man to get a free bar down shot. Beautiful shot from B-Man nonetheless, though, and that's what Stingrays have been doing in that game 1 that they're going to continue to be doing in this game 2 if Turtles don't try to stop it. And as said before, the ball's just right back in Turtles' half with B-Man centering it off to Tiago, who gets a touch, but it's slow rolling. And Prisma getting a flick out. Goes right to Sunline, though. Russ having to get touched, but he doesn't make contact on it. B-Man actually flipping on that one. Probably didn't expect the complete miss. And it's still in the half. No clear coming through from Turtles, but now they're trying to get one going. But another miss at midfield for Turtles, and now Smith with 100 boost. Going to take it low, but he gets dunked, and it might be free for B-Man. But it's off the corner with that 50. But that shot sailing towards the net. It's bar down and almost in, and it goes in finally. Tiago putting Stingrays up 2 in the second game with another beautiful bar down shot.
I thought Prisma was gonna get to that just in time to clear it, but a lot of people saying that Prisma saved it, as we're getting a little bit of packet loss, but that's all right. His kickoff, Russ tries to put that into their side, missed touch by Smith, and B-Man puts that back in, looking for a double, gets it, but a save on the goal line. Tiago goes up on the wall, trying to keep it in, and he does. Gets another touch, bounces off the ceiling, gets it in. Smith there for the clear. Another shot, trying to get that in the net, but is saved by B-Man. B-Man clears it as Prisma's up, gets it to the wall, pass it to Smith, but B-Man keeps it in as Sunline tries to get a shot on that's blocked by Prisma. Prisma has no boost, it keeps it in, and Smith gets a centered in shot saved by Tiago, and Tiago keeps it in. It just goes for a double, gets it over, fakes it. B-Man tries to get a shot on. It's a little soft and it's saved by Smith.
Yeah, now this ball's still in the half of Turtles. Something we're seeing a lot is Turtles kind of just scrambling when it comes to defense. And as I say that, B-Man with a beautiful low shot placed in the bottom right. And it puts Stingrays up 3 again. Russ didn't have enough boost and ended up getting demoed as well. We're getting server complaints, but still nonetheless was an amazing shot by the Stingrays to put them up 3. And as I was saying, what we noticed a lot is Turtles, whenever they get in that back foot position, they tend to just scramble too much, and it leads to their downfall and just getting touches that may seem like they're going all the way to midfield, and they are, but they ended up just giving Stingrays beautiful possession over the ball, and that was a free shot, but thankfully a miss coming through from Stingrays, so the 4th goal hasn't found its way through yet, but we have a minute and a half. Turtles gonna look to turn this game around, and they're gonna have to do it instantly. They have to keep their composure as best as they can. Russ with 100 boost is gonna start it off, bringing it out to Smith, who gets a 50 with B-Man, but it's much more favorable for the Stingrays. But with a miss coming through, Turtles have an opportunity. A dunk comes through from Russ. It's gonna waterfall down, and Tiago is gonna be the one to clear that one away. And offense going again for Stingrays. Another low shot from B-Man, but this time Prisma gonna save that one away, and it's back in the corner of Turtles.
We're just hoping Turtles can get something. 1 more minute remaining. Hoping Turtles can get something going, but they're going to have to reverse sweep, and that's definitely not what you want to see is a strong shot from B-Man on the sidewall. And it looks like it bounces up, but B-Man misreads it. Smith is up, going for a double, but Sunline just puts it to the corner, hoping to keep that out, but it's a great 50 by Prisma. It doesn't really get it. Double commit by Stingrays. Blocked. B-Man blocked it from Sunline. And now it looks like Turtles are trying to heat up here, but that's just open net, and B-Man misses. Sunline puts it back in. Tiago's up, but Russ goes for a block, and another shot by Sunline. It hits crossbar. B-Man goes up to get it, gets a reset, gets a shot, and what a save by Smith. Another shot, and that's in. And I think that's gonna do it for game 2. As Stingrays take game 2 in a game 4-0. But this is not where any team wants to be sitting. 2-0 down in a series where they need to look at coming back to reverse sweep. And reverse sweeping is not where you want to be. You need game 3 to really be all the momentum into it.
Yeah, for sure. This is not looking good for Turtles, and while they are playing with Smith, who is replacing P-Man for this Apex matchup, he's still top of leaderboard getting those saves, and he had that amazing save at the end. And all around been a defensive wall for Turtles, but not quite enough. As B-Man alone having 10 shots on target, converting 2 of them into goals, and not a great shooting percentage, but the pressure was just immaculate. Turtles only getting 1 shot on target all game, as opposed to Stingrays 14 total shots, with 10 of them coming from 1 person. There's definitely something that needs to change, and it might be just shutting down B-Man or just keeping your composure. It's a big thing, and they're not able to capitalize on it.
But yeah, Turtles need some more shots on net, and they need to get more goals in. If they're gonna have to do it, they're gonna have to play more aggressive than what they are playing right now. Because right now they're playing on their heels. And one thing you don't want to do is start playing on your heels because then you're gonna fall back and you're not gonna have that momentum to push you forward, drive you forward. So that and doing with that, turtles need to stay on their toes and push off of that wall to get into game three, take game three, and have the momentum to come back and potentially reverse sweep Stingrays. But Stingrays are a strong team, and turtles need to get something going in game three.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be a rough hill to climb for the Turtles, but we know who's on this team. We know they have the ability to do that. They're in this Apex League for a reason, but they have a long road ahead of them if they want to make that miracle reverse sweep happen. 2-0 lead for Stingrays in the series, and as players join, we're going on to game number 3. Turtles on a life or death scenario in their first or in this first series. And what is the chat thinking? Do we have faith in the Turtles?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with this. I know I said I took Stingrays over, but I'm really hoping Turtles can pull something out, and that's definitely not what you want to see from the Turtles. Having another goal go in off of a Tiago snipe, and the net's just wide open. Definitely not something you wanna see almost 30 seconds into a game. After being 2-0 down, you need something to come bring you back, and hoping they can answer back quickly with a goal of their own.
A
That's a
tough hill to
great
climb.
save.
Yeah, that's Smith again. Smith making absolutely amazing saves, and he's trying to get offense going, but it's just not working out. He's in these 1v3 scenarios. He doesn't have anyone there to support him. And it goes just right back into their half. It's the midfield game again. And another insane save from Smith. But he gets dunked instead. And it's cleared off the back wall this time. And while the saves are amazing, there's just constant pressure. And eventually it finds its way to the back of the net in both games so far. So we can't have this continuous loop going on. This is just pure insanity what Turtles are going through. And they're just trying to break through. They're trying everything they have in their arsenal to break out. And that Cuxer pinch is going to find its way into the Stingrays half, but keeping nice and composed. The Stingrays are going to get it out. Smith going to fake jump that, try to get control of this. It's off to Prisma, who doesn't have boost, unfortunately. And if 50 comes through, pass off to Russ, but he doesn't convert on it. And we're finally seeing some offensive pressure come through for the Turtles, and luckily they're only down 1, so they just need to find the back of the net one time to tie up game number 3. And I know the chat isn't confident in Turtles, but I say Turtles, they have a shot here.
I would wholeheartedly agree with that. They're starting to heat up in game 3, which is what we wanted to see. And hopefully with Russ's flippery set, trying to get that mid, does get a mid a little bit, but nobody is there to secure it. But the pressure from Turtles is just constant, which is good. And no one's up for that for Stingrays, but it is still on their side as Prisma gets a clear mid, and that's just in. Smith scores it, tying up the game at 1. This is what we wanted to see from Turtles. Getting that goal to answer back, and they did it in how Turtles know how to do it. Put it in nice and getting an open net, just securing a goal to tie it up. Now they have their confidence to come back, and they know that they can win this game.
Yeah, Smith finally finds the back of the net for Turtles. It's I think that might be the first time they've scored since game 1. Correct me if I'm wrong. That is what they need right now. And it's right back in their half again, but well, last time they were actually able to break free, and more saves coming through. The 50s are strong in favor of Turtles on defense. But Now Russ with no boost, gonna get wall dashes to pass it off to Prisma. And B-Man taking nice control of this in the air. He's gonna catch this on his car for maybe a flick opportunity, and he gets it, and Prisma trying to clear it out, but only sent it towards the net even more. But it still finds its way out and into the half of Stingrays. Can they take the lead with a rush shot? He does! Smith, great pass. And Russ with an even better shot. The redirect puts Turtles up by 1 in this game 3.
This is exactly what the answer that they needed from the last 2 games. Is just get on the board, and they're doing it twice as better as what they did with the other goal that they scored this game earlier on. Now they're in the lead by 1, but can we see them build off of it? They're doing great pressure, great shots, and their saving is amazing on defense. And hopefully, if they can keep that, they can keep their lead and get this Game 3 win, which is exactly what the Turtles need for this series to bring it back, which I believe they can do that as Thiago gets a ceiling pinch. It almost goes in. Great save by Smith. Right off the crossbars. Prisma takes it out on the sidewall, right back into Stingray's half. Gets a 50 that goes right back to their side, puts it on the sidewall. But Thiago's there, double commit by the Turtles, which works out for them in their favor, but that leaves the net wide open for Sunline just to put it in to tie it at 2.
Yeah, unfortunately, the pressure finally got to them, and a defensive mistake was capitalized upon by Stingray, specifically Sunline, with a beautiful power shot, taking advantage of that open net that's presented to them, and scoring it to tie it up at 2 apiece, 40 seconds left. And it's right back in Turtles' half off of kickoff, and it's even closer of a match than any of the other ones so far, and these have been decently close matches so far. Not pressure-wise, but still score-wise, with this amazing defense from Turtles, and especially Smith getting some amazing saves. He is absolutely popping off on defense, but we need to see the offense. You can't have an all-defense roster. And 10 seconds left, we might see our first overtime as a double demo comes through, and that ball is just slow rolling, and B-Man looking to get a 0-second opportunity here. Pass to Thiago, picks up the mid boost. Russ says no, he has no boost. He's going to try to just kill it, and he does. 2-2, overtime in game number 3. Turtles have to stay alive.
Yeah, if Turtles want to get something in their net, they're going to have to do exactly what they were doing earlier in the game and keep their pressure up, which is exactly what they've been doing. But Thiago just brings it back into their side as B-Man clears it and hits their corner right off the corner of the wall, and that's just a double commit, and it works out in their favor as B-Man scores, and that's a sweep.
Wow, that's absolutely insane. That amazing shot to end it from B-Man, the redirect off that waterfall hit. And that's going to do it for Turtle Stingrays Apex. Stingrays come through with a 3-0 sweep with an overtime win in game 3. And that was still very entertaining. I mean, even with that result being a sweep, the defensive masterclasses seemed from Turtles, just saving most shots that came towards them, but they just couldn't break out of their half and get any kind of offense working. And when they did, they found the back of the net and took the lead in game 3. They fired up their offensive drives, but it was just too late, and Stingrays were punishing them from the start.
Yeah, I agree with that. Stingrays just came out and they played like they wanted to win. It shows that when you come out to win, you win. If you come out pretty much guns blazing, you are gonna have that momentum coming in, especially coming off of a game where it was 4-0, a game 2, 4-0 when you're gonna have that momentum and you're gonna tell yourself and your team, you're gonna tell, all right, let's just finish this. We have what it takes. We can do this. But Hurdles had, like you said, masterclass on defense, but they came out and they said we don't want to have another 0 second or 0 goal game from us like we did last game and brought it into overtime. And they have all the weapons and defensive masterclass we showed in game 3 where they had offensive pressure that whole game. That's exactly what they wanted to see. And they exactly what they wanted to happen. But it was just a little too late, too little, too late. And B-Man punishes him on the double tap and just put it right under crossbar. But other than that, it was a great series, even though like it was a sweep. Doesn't matter. It was still a great series to watch.
Yeah, for sure. And I hope everyone in the stream had a great time watching that, especially the first series as well. That was amazing to witness that nail biter and that depressing ending for our Cardinals. But this time around, we have a very uphill, or a very just not very close, like score wise game in favor of Stingrays. And Turtles, they got to bounce back from this, but we have a long time to work with. And I think that's just it for today on the mainstream. That was a lot of fun just being here to watch. What do you think, Alpaca? Did you have fun today?
I was on the edge of my seat. I thought it was pretty fun. I thought it was really entertaining. It was a nail biter going into that game 3, but I think it was pretty fun to watch, especially hearing what happened in the first series before this. I had high expectations for this, and it had high expectations.
Yeah, and it sure we delivered. And that's that's it from me and Alpaca. Unless you have any other things you want to say to the people of Nature League.
I don't really have anything else for the people of Nature League except for thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your support for this league. And thank you for showing out and showing up.
Yeah, for sure. You guys are all amazing. Anyone who stopped into the stream today, and as Frog put in the chat, those are all the socials: the YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and you're watching the Twitch right now. Make sure you follow, turn on the notifications so you don't miss any more of the action, and join the Discord server. That's where everything happens. Everything takes place here in the Discord, including this call right now. But everything is in this Discord server. So if you wanna join Nature League, you wanna chill in here, you wanna just have a great time, watch some Rocket League, and meet some new people, then join the Discord and follow all the other socials, as that's where all this stuff happens.
But I think that'll wrap it up for today. So thank you, chat, for being here. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.